Hello, my beautiful lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. This is Choi Leaves Tarot, where we get to your greatness one tea leaf at a time. And if you're new here, smash that like button, hit that follow, and let's welcome you to the club of your greatness. Let's get into it. Universe, this is all signs. Take what resonates, leave behind what doesn't. Universe, what do we need to know for the collective? This is a timeless reading. So definitely whenever you see this, the next 30 days, okay? So let's just do your monthly for the next 30 days whenever you see this. So many want to pop out, but this is like a specific message for you. And I was just getting that download. So I said, let me do this one before I do the other ones. So let's just get in. Ooh, someone is like behind your back talking ish, but it's not bothering you because you've moved away from that. You have to be like, that person's just like in your past. But look at this. It says Page of Swords, young woman to 25 years, spying or deception, reflecting back over your shoulder. Yeah, it seems like you're making sure, your phone doesn't have like ad revenue or ad spend. You know how there's corporations that follow your ad data? It could be societal, it could be like data harvesting. So you're making sure you go into like your whatever your phone app is, your settings, and making sure you have like the strictest cookie settings, making sure that like these corporations don't just like plant cookies in your phone and follow you around. None of that. So you're like, oh, I don't trust the system or whatever's happening. And also maybe someone in your past, and you're like, I'm gonna push away from that or try to do my best to not overshare. And then we got the Hierophant. So marriage, government or public company, body, corporate, official building, or official situation. Yeah, you might have like left a person in the past, or you got a divorce, or you're just like, you want marriage and the person in the past wasn't about that life. So you left them behind and now they're like trying to win you back. You're not falling for it. Again, you've blocked their number, or you're going to. The next 30 days is a test on, will you settle for less, or will you let the better thing come in? And you already know the answer because you want the better thing to come in. 10 of Cups, happiness, good things, party or celebration. There might be a party, there might be an event, there might be a gala, there might be like, a wedding or something you're going to in the next month or so, or whenever you see this plus 30 days. There's just something you're celebrating. It could even be like you're at home celebrating quiet wins that you're having, that the other person is not in your life anymore, or that you've, kind of removed yourself from that group of people, but there's a new group coming in, like a new community building. Whether it's like, you're finding a new book club, you're like, you know what, okay, my friends in the past, I couldn't, you couldn't trust them per se. You had to look behind. And even though you're looking past in the past, you're like, look at this, 5 of Swords, losses. All is not lost, as you have 3 swords remaining, giving you the upper hand. Yeah, at the end of the day, cutting them off or leaving that job or leaving that situationship or whatever, or, making sure your phone isn't getting like bad apps that track your data and sell it to like the biggest buyer. There's so many hacks, identity theft, all of that. You're just now looking at everything, even propaganda online. You're not falling for it anymore. You're like, I'm going to double check that it's not AI. I'm going to read everything, whether it's the comments, whether it's doing obviously your primary research. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for anything, whether it sounds too good or not good. Read everything 3 times, right? And you're just going to get a better system. And what's happening is whoever you left or whatever mindset that you outgrew from the past is about to change, because you're holding the upper hand. You have your dignity, you have integrity, and you have good things going for you. Those 2 things that you dropped were trash. They were not good for you. They were just, your time was like, they've lost time. It's kind of like they're not coming forward into this new part of your life where you're going to have corporate dominance, greatness, whether you're leveling up financially. The people in the past would have been looking at your money and being like, I want her thing. And they would have actually tried to keep you down. It's kind of like crabs in a bucket, how they pull each other down just as one gets to the top, instead of being like, let me get to the top, I'll drop the ladder and pick you up. No. The people in your past were dead definitely micromanagers, but also they didn't want you to make it. They wanted only one of you to make it. So Seven of Pentacles, work frustrations, hard work needing to be done either at work or a situation in life. So even in a situationship, right? Like a situation in life, whoever was in your past, you couldn't like make, they were wishy-washy with, they were maybe cheaters. Maybe you had to look behind, like you had to check their work because they always messed something up when you told them to do something else. And you're like, you know what? I could do battle by myself. I could actually, not risk my health or wealth to be with that person, right? Like you don't want to be with someone who's cheating because they can give you STDs or diseases or, crazy exes or mistresses or all of that. You're like, no. I'm not going to fight over a guy. So what you're not going to do is like be with a wishy-washy person because you're not new to this, you're true to this, and you're kind of waking up to their game. So Page of Cups, young woman to 25 years, basic good news. There you go. Good news is coming in the next 30 days. You're about to see like a level up like nothing before and princess energy coming in. That's what I'm getting a sense of. Let's see, Spirit Guide, can you let us know what is another soul message that they need to know right now? All right, so don't feel guilty. That one popped out first. Your ex might feel guilty or your job for not treating you right. It's guilt. But this is you too. You're also like survivor's guilt. You're like, wow, I got out of the situation. Thank goodness I don't have to be with that type of person or that type of job. But like, I feel bad for anybody who gets them or blah, blah, blah. And you're like, no. I need to say this. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth, right? So if you're thinking of the past, you're not thinking of growing toward the future. You're kind of like stuck in the past. That's not what you want. You're outgrowing it. And then honesty, there you go. A lot of things that they were missing in the past. That's why you had to double check so that they weren't cheating or XYZ. And you're like, I don't even want to cheat, check their phone if they're cheating. You're literally like, I'm not doing all that. I'm not going through your phone. If I even have a doubt and I asked and you're not like forthcoming, you're not telling them twice. You're just like blocking number and leaving. Like at this point, you don't have time to waste. It says honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Exactly. Don't lie to yourself and, tell yourself that like, oh, he's going to change. He's not like that. Maybe I'm overthinking it or da-da-da. Nah, you're not overthinking it. Listen to your gut. You're being honest to yourself, okay? And then also balance. Wow, you got balance? Yeah. If you basically that person was a failure, I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn, but you're like, I don't give second chances. In that sense, they can have a second chance at life with someone else, but not with me because they've planted the seed of doubt with you, right? I release the need to know all the answers, right? You don't want to know. I don't want to know who you're sleeping with or XYZ or if you were honest or not. I don't, at this point, you're like, maybe I got to work on me because I don't trust you without, what they always say, there's no, without us, there's no trust, right? Without trust, there's no us. However it goes, you're like, nah, I need to dip. So gratitude, I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents, period. The more grateful you feel, the more things are going to open up for you in terms of your power couple, a life. Remember, balance, yin and yang. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. There you go. You're not judging them from the past. You're not like judging, like, okay, you're not even judging yourself. You're like, you know what? I learned from my mistakes. I should not have leveled down in my dating world. And I'm not just talking about finances, because yes, they need to have their finances together, but in this world, it's also like, do they have their caring about you? Do they care about their own health, your wealth, your health, all of that, right? Like, you don't want a moocher. Let's also get you a tea leaf message card, universe. What else does the collective need to know right now? Don't forget to hit that like button and join if you want the follow-ups. Ooh, estate planning. Yeah, you want someone who has their ish together. Someone who truly is like a king is about to come. And this is you. First, you're handling your own business. You're learning what trusts, what estates, what trust funds you want to make for yourself. Even if you don't even think you have that much money, you're like, do I know what a will is? What's that in my city? You just even Googling like what state you're in. If you're in Nevada, what are the marital rights, and is it a community property or is it a whatever? Like, what are the divorce things? What is, they're trying to get rid of no fault divorces. And so you just got to keep up to date, because you never want to get tricked into giving up all your money and empire to someone who's not thankful, doesn't like you, only wanted to level up with you, all of that. So that's why this message came out for you. We need to be self-sufficient and self-confident, period. So you by yourself need to be self-sufficient and self-confident, but your partner coming in also needs to be that, so that it's like not codependency. It's not they're mooching off you, leeching off you, parasitic relationship. More like a symbiotic, not like just like, or synergetic, yeah, that's synergy. Look up synergistic relationship as opposed to like, all the bad ones. Parasitic. What's the point of having sanctions if the authority will do nothing to enforce them? Good question. What's the point in having rules for yourself or whatever if you keep taking someone back when you don't trust them, when you don't trust your gut? What's the point of having all these like emotions and feeling and being in tune with yourself if you're not going to listen? That's kind of like, you need to punish bad behavior, don't reward good behavior. So if the person comes in and they've messed up, just know they're going to keep trying and trying, and it's going to get worse and worse, okay? So you're like, okay, you're right. What was the point? In my last relationship, I let them walk all over me. I wasn't a welcome mat. Why am I acting like a doormat? And so even if you weren't really a doormat, it's just like little things that you let them get away with, in terms of like, you were thinking you're being kind and growing, but not everybody deserves you when you're at your best self. Like or who you are is an amazing person. So not everybody deserves you, and that's okay. There's somebody out there for you who's way better, and that's the one coming in, which I told you a king is coming in, a royal king, period. So obviously don't drink this if you're allergic, but this is the vibe. China white tea, white peony tea, floral, okay? So this is giving like zen, just someone who, it's like a king who has his ish together. He's so like, white tea is a little less caffeinated than black tea. So it's a little more mellow, still gives that spark, but isn't overcompensating for something. This is like a king that you're like, oh, I can handle this greatness. White peony, so the flowers are just romantic. This person's romantic, but thoughtful. So watch out for who's coming in. Definitely follow your gut. And until next time, I'll see you at the next reading. Bye.